Welcome to the 11th lecture on total quality management. This is the part of the course on industrial engineering and operations research. We have discussed many things like product design and inventory management. Now, we are going to discuss about total quality management. So, the total quality management, in brief, it is called TQM. We can adopt the acronym TQM. So, first what is total quality management? So, total quality management is a systematic approach aimed at enhancing the quality of products and services by involving all levels of an organization. So, it means the quality is not only the responsibility of production or inspection department. In fact, all components of the organization, be design, purchase, everywhere that concept of quality should be implemented properly. So, when we say that all levels of an organization, that means all the departments should be involved, and if all the departments are involved in the total quality management, naturally all the persons working in the organization will also be involved. So, key focus of total quality management is customer satisfaction, then continuous improvement, then teamwork. Importance is that TQM integrates quality into every phase of the business process. That means starting from market survey to design of specification to the various phases of design, then production, everywhere concept of the quality should be incorporated and it should be taken care. That means quality of design should be very good, then naturally the manufacturing quality will also be somewhat better, okay, and you can pay some additional attention to improve it further. So, that is why TQM is very important. Now, generally we say there are 3 axioms of TQM. Sometimes some people show in the form of triangle, and each axiom they keep at the vertex of the triangle, and that triangle is often called joiner's triangle, but I am not drawing that triangle. I am just telling that there are 3 axioms. One is commitment, okay. That means to never ending quality improvement and innovation. If you want to implement total quality management in your organization, first there should be commitment from the management as well as other persons also, that we will keep on improving the quality. So, it is not one time process, it is not that I have done and it finished. Quality has to be improved and continuous innovation is also needed. If you become stagnant, then quality will deteriorate, because compared to other products in the market, quality of your products will become inferior. So, new technologies are coming, and accordingly you should also keep doing the innovations also. So, one thing is the commitment. Their second point is the scientific knowledge. There should be scientific knowledge of the process, of the proper tools and techniques for the technical change. Then only you can implement total quality management. Then there should be involvement, that all in one team for the social change. So, that means there should be involvement of each and every person, everybody should be committed to quality management, then only TQM can be implemented. Now, this TQM movement actually started after the World War II. So, after the World War II, economy of many countries including that of Japan faced lot of setback, and therefore, this was concern of every country to be productive and to compete with the global market. So, this movement is started, and there are many people who pioneered this movement. They are called technical gurus. So, among the technical gurus, Dr. William Edwards Deming is considered the first guru. Some people call him as a father of total quality management, although he also got inspiration from other people, that those people who have contributed towards application of statistics in total quality management. So, Dr. William Edwards Deming was born in October 14, 1900 and he died in December 20, 1993. He came to the Japan somewhat in the year just after few years. So, he was engineer, statistician, professor, author, lecturer and management consultant. He was asked to go to Japan after World War II to help with the Japanese census, because in USA he has done census work. So, he had lot of experience there, and therefore, he on invitation of Japanese government he went there also, and later he improved radio manufacturing there. Radios were made those days. So, he went there. He made a significant contribution to Japan's reputation for innovative high quality products after World War II. He was honored in Japan in 1951 with the establishment of the Deming Prize in his honor. That time he was just 51 years old. So, he has given many philosophies which can be still considered relevant, and you can improve the quality of your organization's product and overall service. Quality is not only confined to production industries, but also in service industries. So, W. Edwards Deming, he is known as the father of quality management. Deming's principles revolutionized management thinking, particularly in Japan post World War II. His key contributions are his focus on statistical control and continuous improvement shaped modern TQM practices. So, I have highlighted two words. One is the statistical control and other is the continuous improvement. Okay. So, he said that you have to apply statistics to control the quality, and improvement should be continuous. So, he is inspired by naturally Walter Shewhart, who provided the concept of statistical process control in 1924. Only he made some control charts that we will be discussing in the subsequent lectures. So, Deming has given 14 points for management, and he used to think that quality is mainly the responsibility of management. Unless the management is committed, quality cannot be improved. So, these 14 points provide guidelines, and that we will discuss one by one. So, first point is that create consistency of purpose for improving products and services. Consistency of purpose means that suppose your objectives, what you have to do, this type of thing should be constant. You should not change. Today you have focus that I have to make the cheap quality product. Tomorrow you say no, it cost is not a consideration, but it should have these features. If you keep changing your requirements, today you say that I will target a rural market, tomorrow you say that I will target urban market. So, frequent change in the purpose etc. will deteriorate total quality management. And similarly, it also needs that even the vice president of the company etc. should also not be changed frequently, otherwise it will also have bad impact on the policies of the company etc. So, first point is that then adopt the new philosophy. If you want to do that something, so you have to adopt new philosophy for improving the quality. Then third is the siege dependence on inspection to achieve quality. Many people used to believe that suppose you produce the product and there should be strict quality check, and then defective items can be separated. Defective items can be separated by this process, but it is very costly because you have also made and spend energy etc. in making those defective items which are not going to market now. So, best approach is that you keep doing everything right from the very beginning, so that at the last stage you should not have to depend on inspection. In inspection almost 100% product should get passed. So, that is the meaning of siege dependence on inspection to achieve quality. That means right from the beginning you keep doing proper work, then automatically the quality will be attained. And the practice of awarding business on the price tag alone. Many times we have tendency to give that purchase order to a company which has quoted least price. Okay, we say least quotation company, but that type of practice is not good. So, in the practice of awarding business on the price tag alone, when you purchase a product, you have to see the quality of the product and also after sales service, etc. Then fifth point is that improve constantly and forever every process for planning, production and service. That means you should keep on doing the work properly, you should improve, you should not seize that okay, I have done enough, it should go on. So, this continuous improvement in Japanese language is called Kaizen. So, the concept of Kaizen should be incorporated. Then institute training on the job. Things are changing, technology is changing, manpower becomes older, and therefore on the job training is very necessary. Then adopt and institute leadership. That means there should be, you should be like a leader, not like some authority and getting the work done by force from the workers. Rather, you should have a leadership type of quality so that others should follow you. And then eighth point is the drive out fear. That means nobody should be in the fear, they should do work without fear, then they can put their proper performance, because under fear if they do some work, then naturally the quality is not good. Break down barriers between staff areas. So, this means that there may be various departments like purchase, design, many times we work in compartmentalized manner, this should not be there. Freely one can go, and in the design phase manufacturing people can also get involved, they can give input, those type of things should be there. Then eliminate slogans, exhortations and targets for the workforce, just telling that quality is our motto and zero defect. These type of slogans will not help unless we provide a methodology. So, instead of giving the slogans etc., we should try to tell the ways by which the workers can put their best effort. Eliminate numerical quotas for the workforce and management. If we just be dependent on numerical quota, like target for this month is this, target for this one, then this type of thing also is not very good. Rather, we should try to achieve total quality management with the help of technical tools and statistical process control, etc. Remove barriers to pride of workmanship. This means everybody should feel proud in his or her work. That means remove barriers to pride of workmanship, that people should take pride in doing some work. Then encourage education and self improvement for everyone. Everybody should keep on improving, and then take action to accomplish the transformation. Everything should not be limited to boardroom, it should come out at actual shop floor, and some action should be taken to transform. So, these are the 14 points. In fact, some of these concepts can be found in our Indian knowledge system also. If you see that even in Bhagavad Gita, it is written that fear is a very bad thing, fear has to be eliminated, and like Deming said that drive out fear. So, similarly in Bhagavad Gita in chapter 16, Lord Krishna has told the 16 qualities of the Daivi Sampada. Among that you can see that Abhay is the first. Abhyam Sattu Sanshuddhi Jnana Yoga Vyavasthiti Danam Damascha Yagyasya Swadhyastapaljavam Ahimsa Satyam Krodhas Tyaga Shanti Apaisunam Daya Bhuteshwaluruptvam Mardav Virchaparam Tejah Chama Dhriti Shaucham Adroho Nati Manita Bhavanti Sampadam Daivim Abhijatasya Bharat. So, like that he has told this one. So, main thing is that now Deming also gave system of profound knowledge. So, here first thing is that appreciation for a system. Businesses are interconnected systems that require all parts to work together, that he gave this concept. Then knowledge of variation. Understanding variation is crucial to improving performance. That means you have to understand variation. When somebody is doing that, always he will not be doing work to his optimum level, there will be some fluctuations. You already understand that this type of thing may happen, and therefore your design should be that robust enough so that you can accommodate variation. Then theory of knowledge, decisions must be grounded in theory and data, not just assumptions. Okay. So that means there is a lot of scope for statistics and data analytics, etc. Then psychology, understanding human motivation is essential for effective management. Now in TQM terminology, there is one cycle that is called PDCA cycle, plan, do, check, act cycle, which has been shown here graphically. That first step is that you have to plan something, identify a goal or purpose, then formulate a theory, then define success matrices and put a plan into action. Then you have to implement the plan on a small scale, that means do. Check that whether that scheme will help or not, then check, measure and analyze the results, and then act, take action based on what was learned in the study phase. So this type of, and then again plan. Okay, that means this cycle keeps going on. Quality is never ending process. Now Deming's focus on continuous improvement, I will emphasize again. There is a Japanese term that is Kaizen, Japanese concept emphasizing continuous incremental improvement. You need not do that revolutionary thing that suddenly you change the process, suddenly a new machine has come, but in the existing system itself you can do slow but steady improvement. Cycle of improvement, Deming's philosophy encourages constant reflection on processes and finding ways to improve. That means you keep seeing that, you introspect and you take improvement. He also gave that 7 deadly sins, that means management should avoid these 7 deadly sins if they want to excel in the total quality management. One is the lack of constancy, that means this is a sin. If you are not constant, or even if the suppose head of the organization is changing very frequently, then that company cannot survive for long in the market. So lack of constancy is a big sin. Then short term profits, many times we just see the short term profits, that is also a sin. Performance appraisal, many times some people get surprised when I tell this point, but Deming said that point also, and Deming was dead against taking performance appraisal. He wrote paragraphs and paragraphs about that, because it will not help anything, but it will create depression in the mind of the workers, and they will not have a team feeling. They may get sometimes performance appraisal may be based on proximity with the manager of the shop floor, like that. So there are so many defects in performance appraisal. So he said that the work should be done in a team. They should not have fear in performance appraisal. Worker is also under fear that what type of performance appraisal I will be getting. And then fourth point is that job hopping, that is fourth sin. Job hopping means too much changing the job, etc. That also is very bad. The use of visible figures only, that you just have data. Okay, suppose you say that 1% defect, but you don't know that how many products were made and what is that meaning of that 1%. Maybe there in absolute number there may be many defectives, and many of may be very serious. So use of visible figures should be avoided. Excessive medical costs, if your workers are taking too much medical care, then that means there is some problem. You have to improve your ambience there, so that there should be less medical cost, and similarly even accidents, etc. should be prevented. And in fact there is a standard on that, that is OSHA, Occupational Safety Health Standard, and in that you have to take about that point. Excessive costs of liability, that means unnecessarily company should not go in litigation, etc. and otherwise these liabilities also will cost a lot. So these are the 7 deadly sins that should be avoided. And Deming also gave chain reaction theory. He said improving quality leads to reduced cost, which increases productivity, resulting in capturing market and sustaining long term business success. So, therefore, quality should be improved and it reduces the cost also in the long run. That is why this. Now, let us compare this philosophy of Deming with other persons' work. There are other quality gurus, like one is Joseph Moses Juran, who was born in 1904, 4 years younger to Deming and died in 2008. He was a Romanian born American engineer and he was management consultant and author. So, Juran gave the key idea. He defined quality as fitness for use and he emphasized on managing quality as a part of strategic planning. So, Juran said quality is fitness for use, that how fit it is for use by customer. Difference from Deming is that Juran emphasizes the managerial aspects of quality, whereas Deming focuses on systematic improvements at all levels, and Juran's philosophy focuses on planning, control and improvement of quality. Management for quality is done by the use of 3 managerial processes: planning, control and improvement, which are 3 members of Juran's quality trilogy model. So, he gave quality trilogy model. First, he said there should be quality plan, who is customer, what are his needs, convert needs into specifications, develop and optimize product, then establish new operating conditions, then transfer that plan to process to operation and then set new level of quality. There may be some negative influences present which will that derail your plan. So, question is that should each quality control present? If no, naturally the degradation of quality level will be there, because there should be quality control, and if it is present, yes, then you get higher level of quality. Quality improvement schemes can be applied based on the feedback and this process goes on. So, now let us discuss the philosophy of other TQM guru. He is Philip B. Crosby. He was born in 1926, 26 years younger to Deming, and he died in 2001. Crosby initiated the zero defects program at the Martin Company. He said zero defects. So, Crosby's motto was quality is free. Investing in quality reduces cost in the long run. That is what, if you keep investing in quality, cost will be reduced. Zero defects. Belief that quality should be built into processes and companies should aim for zero defects. Difference from Deming, Crosby takes a more absolutist approach with zero tolerance for errors, whereas Deming focuses on reducing variation. So, Deming says that there will be variation, and Deming is also not very positive about having unnecessary slogans, etc., but Crosby gave this slogan and which became popular, that quality is free or zero defect and something. Then let us discuss philosophy of another quality guru, that is Armand V. Feinbaum. He was born in 1920 and died in 2014. He gave the too much emphasis on total quality control. It focuses on the organization as a whole, incorporating every department in the quality process. Feigenbaum takes a broader approach, incorporating more organizational levels into the quality effort compared to Deming's focus on systematic process. So, he said there should be more organizational levels effort into the quality, and Feigenbaum is, of course, that there is a lot of overlap and we should see the positive points of all the philosophies. Now, similarly, there has been one quality guru in Japan, that is Kaoru Ishikawa. Ishikawa was born in 1915 and died in 1989. He gave the concept of quality circles, which is a bottom-up approach to involve workers in quality discussions. That means, we make number of small teams in the shop floor, etc. Somebody from production department, then somebody from inspection department, somebody may be from design department, and there may be in that team there may be workers and maybe 1 or 2 managers also. We make a team group type of things. So, it is a bottom level, and then they present their ideas to management based on that findings. That is called quality circle. In fact, when I was working in HMT Pinjol in machine tools division, then I was also part of a quality circle team and our objective was to improve the assembly process of something. So, we took that type of problem and we worked, and finally, there was presentation on quality day and we kept doing our work. So, Ishikawa also gave one fish bone type of diagram. It looks like a bone of a fish, and it is called Ishikawa diagram. It is a visual method for identifying cause and effect relationship in quality issues. So, I have taken one from my paper that it is not limited only to quality, but it can be made in various other contexts also. So, I made a fishbone diagram that highlighting that performance of micro farming system is dependent on what things. So, first bigger thick branches, that means I identified equipment, material parameters, process parameter and tooling. Okay. So, these are the main bones you can say, and then there are small bones emanating from each one. Say in material parameter, flow rule is one parameter, ductility is another, farming limit is another, anisotropy is another, like that. And in equipment also, this is material handling is this one, farming force is this one, temperature is process parameters means temperature. So, like that we make a fishbone diagram. And now another quality guru has been Jinichi Taguchi. He gave the concept of loss function. Taguchi defined quality as the minimization of societal loss caused by variation in products. He gave one method by which any quality loss can be converted in monetary form also. And he said that, gave the example that suppose average is same in both the companies, but one company is having lot of variation, other is not having too much variation. So, company which is having more variation, then that company will not be liked by the customers and it will have quality issues. Then he also gave the concept of design of experiments, that is a robust methodology for improving product and process quality. Some of these things we will study later. And difference from Deming is that Taguchi's focus is on design and production stage, whereas while Deming emphasizes ongoing system wide improvements. Now, role of statistical control, these charts were started by William Shewhart, and this is a statistical method to monitor and control processes. Deming pioneered the use of SPC to ensure consistency and improvement. So, here what happens, that suppose there is a control chart that suppose for defect. So, defect, average defect should be this much, but maybe due to random values it should go up to this much upper control limit, and in bottom side also there is a limit. If it exceeds that upper control limit, that means there is some cause for that. Okay, there is some cause concern for that. And suppose sometimes it becomes lower control limit, that means okay, you might have done some proper method to improve it. Okay, so that's why now we will discuss that famous quotes by Deming, because these are very interesting and in a way they teach us about total quality management. So, first thing is that he said a company could put a top man at every position and be swallowed by a competitor with people only half as good, but who are working together. So, he emphasizes the teamwork. It is not the director of an institute or an organization which will improve that organization, but everybody's effort is there. See, this type of view is also expressed in our Indian philosophy, in our Vedas and Puranas, etc. We say Sangachadhvam Samvaddadhvam Samvo Manansi Janatam Deva Bhagam Yatha Purve Sanjanana Upasati. So, that means we should work together. So, another quote by Deming is that we installed quality control. No, you can install a new desk or a new carpet or a new dean, but not quality control. Anyone that proposes to install quality control unfortunately has little knowledge about quality control. Then he also said a leader is coach and counsel, not a judge. A dissatisfied customer doesn't complain, he just switches. That means it is your responsibility to give the quality product to the customers. Don't wait or don't be dependent on his or her feedback. Good quality and the right uniformity have no meaning except with reference to the consumer's demand. A bad system will beat a good person every time. Then some other interesting quotes by Deming are that no matter how good your people are, there will always be someone at the bottom, even if the differences are significant. So, telling that that bottom 10% people are not good or something, that is very bad, because naturally that somebody will be in bottom 10%. So, problem is not that bottom 10%, problem is that whether everybody is above the threshold, everybody is putting effort, then it is fine. Okay. That means in the class, if every student is getting AA, what is the problem? Let everybody, or some can get A, some can get B grade, but it is you have to worry if they are going to fail, otherwise bottom 10% etc. does not have any meaning. The greatest waste in America is failure to use the abilities of people. So, that also he said, he was very critical of American management. The performance of anybody is governed largely by the system he works in. Then evaluation of performance, merit rating or annual review destroys people, it destroys teamwork. So, merit rating, performance rating etc. should be eliminated. A bad system will beat a good person every time. He said that system should be good, and that is what these type of viewpoints are kept, like in Ramcharitmanas Goswami Tulsidas also has given guideline, मुखिया मुख सो चाहिए, खान पान को एक, पाले पोसे सकल रंग तुलसी सहित विवेक. That means head man should be like mouth in the body, like we eat something from the mouth, but the mouth that doesn't discriminate, and it gives that equal share of the food to all limbs of the body. Similarly, head mind should also involve everybody in the quality. Then he also said the United States is the most underdeveloped nation in the world in terms of managing people. He was critical of American HR system, where we just throw based on the performance etc. Someone told me that there were 5 candidates for president of one of the biggest and most famous of America's companies. When one of them was selected, other 4 resigned from the company. Such a thing could not happen in Japan. So, you see the American system is so set up that it cannot retain the talents of its people. That is very serious. And he said people have to feel secure, that means without concern. From the Latin esse, se means without, and cure means meaning care or concern. So, they should be not worried about their security, about the health etc. And then he said quality means making it right the first time, so that you do not have to rework. If you cannot describe what you are doing as a process, you do not know what you are doing. It is not enough to do your best. You must know what to do and then do your best. You do not have to do it. Survival is not compulsory, he said. Managers who visit other companies and try to learn how things are done are wasting their time. They will come up back with a few anecdotes and feel good about their trip, but they will not improve their own organization. So, like that he did. And Jinichi Taguchi, in fact, he won the Deming Prize twice. He first won in 1987 and then 1991. We will discuss more about that. Now, we are giving 1 or 2 examples. I have not discussed all case studies, but there are some famous, that Toyota etc. in Japanese company, they applied Deming's quality management. As a result, their new system came, that is called Toyota production system. Okay. So, it is based on Kaizen etc. Then there are many examples that even Wipro also did that. They said that principles of karma and dharma, they implemented 6 sigma etc., which we will discuss. Motorola, Tata Group, whenever they got at whatever time they got success, naturally they have incorporated the philosophy of this thing. Ford Motor Company, we are very familiar that Ford first used the concept of mass production etc., but Ford faced declining quality and market share in the 1980s. So, leading to Deming being invited to transform quality management. Deming went there, and then they did systematic change and leadership commitment. By that they improved. So, Ford significantly improved quality by following the proper statistical process control and implemented the concept of quality is everyone's responsibility. Similarly, Infosys also implemented some of the concepts of Deming, and these are these things. So, that is all for today, and then I will continue about quality in my subsequent lectures. Thank you.